96.9 FM WAZZ. If you're playing on TikTok, I don't understand. I thought that there was a security risk here that was threatening our security, maybe the United States' security, our own personal security. I don't think they never did quite identify. Or maybe it was both. I don't remember now. It's been so long. But remember all the uproar about the TikTok app, and nothing was ever said about the challenges that were dangerous and violent and destructive and vandalism and all the stupid things that the challenges were doing. Well, Rockers, I don't know what the hell Trump's doing about it now. I just told you about a TikTok door kicking trend. I guess it was last month, some TikTok challengers were kicking doors in. It was being caught on surveillance cameras and leaving a lot of pricey damage to homeowners whose door was heavily damaged. Apparently everyone just having fun watching the videos, and the Chinese or whoever it was that was supposedly compromising our security and our information. It was a national security threat, I thought. And then there for a while it was delayed a couple times, and they gave them a little bit more time to collect a little bit more information because nobody wanted to get rid of the app. But now we haven't heard anything about it in I don't know how long. But here, Rocker, is a new TikTok challenge. If you want to take part in it, go ahead. Apparently nobody else cares. Says here a man was shot and killed while reportedly doing the TikTok ding-dong ditch prank with friends. I guess it was about 3 a.m. when this bozo decided he wanted to do this challenge. And somebody show up at your door at 3 a.m. to do a little TikTok challenge. You're just going to have to overlook it. Police arrived at a call of an attempted armed robbery and found 3 people, including 2 minors. 2 had been shot, including the 18-year-old who died of his injuries. 2 surviving minors told the cops that they were doing the ding-dong ditch prank supposed to be posted on TikTok. And they were running away, looking for a place to hide when the shooting occurred. The victim was just days away from graduating from high school. Now, however many days after the incident, the homeowner, 27-year-old Mr. Tyler Butler, has been arrested and charged with second-degree murder. So, my friends, the moral of the story, I said this when TikTok was in hot water over this security threat during Biden's term or going into the election. I said this is just a distraction or whatever I said at the time. I just didn't believe it. Well, Walker, here you go. You got more morons out here doing a TikTok challenge, and this one here took place at 3 a.m, and apparently, I don't know what you do. I guess you run up, ding-dong, the doorbell, and then you run. If you look like an armed robber, whatever, who cares? It's 3 a.m, and you're doing a TikTok challenge. I don't care what day it is. I'd pull out my gun and blow your head off, too. You're trespassing. Yeah, hit the other 2 up for trespassing. And then maybe just bury the other one for maybe 3 feet in instead of 6 feet under. Maybe just give him a light grave and let him think about what he done. But I want you to realize this, Rocker. Here is how stupid the police department is, and here is how stupid the United States of America is to sit and say that TikTok is some sort of threat to national security or your own personal security. Here we have a homeowner that believes that he is being burglarized at 3 a.m, does not realize this is a TikTok challenge, and gets arrested and charged with second-degree murder for protecting his own property and probably his family inside, let alone himself. All y'all can go to hell. Every one of you go on. Burn. It's pathetic. That man should have never been charged 3 days after the incident. I'm telling you what, TikTok, y'all can go to hell with that Yeah, I gotta watch my language, man. This man told me I gotta watch my language. So, you fill in the blanks if you want. Just absolutely stupid. President Trump should have spoke on this one. Probably didn't hear about that in the news. I'd be embarrassed if I was the cops charging somebody for that. Doesn't even take time to tell us about the other 2 idiots that was doing this with the guy that lost his life. Doesn't even tell us if they got charged with trespassing or anything. Nope, let's blame it on the homeowner. justice system in this country, I tell you what, it's pathetic. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And they ought to pull the plug on the TikTok. As a matter of fact, I'm banning TikTok. I'm going on a ban. I'm boycotting it right after I post this on TikTok. I gotta get the word out. But don't worry about your security. I don't think that's a concern any longer. Those of you who frequently visit the TikTok app, now you have 3 more months to do so after President Trump says he will toss the app another lifeline. Well, our friends at the White House say that this extension will ensure a great deal that the American people can enjoy the app a little longer with the assurance that their data is safe. However, TikTok has not yet announced a buy-sell negotiations still underway, reportedly stalled in April after administration's announcement of new tariff goods on Chinese. I'm going to tell you right now, Rocker, what this all comes down to. Now, this is just a big battle over the TikTok app and who owns the thing. Talking about the Chinese, apparently they were our security, our national security, our personal safety security was at stake. But apparently, like I said a long time ago when this come out, I don't think it's that it's unsafe. And if it was, why is the app still up? Have we heard of terrorists anytime since 9/11? This is just a modern way to find things out. I don't know what the Chinese are doing with this information that they're supposedly getting from the TikTok app. I don't know how we're so unsafe. Maybe they got an address or email. I'm not really sure what data is at risk here. But apparently it's not at too high of a risk because the administration just keeps pushing it off to the back burner. While if there is some sort of security compromise with our data, well, apparently they're just taking their time and saying, okay, let's look into this here. Maybe let's go to there. Let's download a couple more pages of information. I think all this comes down to is there's just some sort of bartering deal. Someone's unhappy with the folks that own the thing now. There's the United States is not getting a cut of the money, maybe the sales from the ads. I'm not really sure what the backstory here is, but I do not believe any longer, of course, not that I ever did, that safety and security was at risk here. The White House says that the president plans to sign an executive order this week delaying the sale or ban deadline by yet another 90 days that originally was set to take effect back in January. Trump has already pushed back the ban twice, despite widespread national security concerns. This is what your government's doing for you here, Rocker. And keep on making your videos. Apparently they're saying there's some national security at risk here, but Lord, don't let it interfere with your productions. Your videos! Turn the ring light back on. Get back at another video. You ain't got nothing to worry about. There ain't no security at risk. This is deeper than that. This is something about Chinese and bite dance and the United States. Somebody just wants a cut of something out of this, and somebody ain't getting their way. Oh, Lord, I didn't mean to take up all this time talking about this app. Let's get back to rocking 96.9 FM WAZZ. What in the world would you do without me to set you straight, Rocker? What in the world would you do without me to set it straight, Rocker? When the whole world is telling you a bunch of lies and beating around the bush, you just come on over here to me and ask me. I see right through the clutter. I see right through the smoke and mirrors. I'll give it to you straight.